He wants to get involved in your life, that he wants to help you because you know you can't do it.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yet we try. And because we try, he's like, okay, well, after you stumble and fall and you ask me for help, I'll be there.
And now they don't have to be a good person, right, to hear from God
Right.
or hear God
And anybody can. It's just a question of just being open to it to say, Lord, can you help me? And then God rushes in to kind of show you who he is. God wants to show off what he can do with you and what he
Yes.
can do for you
That's right.
to show you that, look, there's a much better life
Yeah.
I want to give you.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me in.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Do we let him in 3 times a day, or do we
Right.
let him in a few hours, or do we let him in 1 day a week,
Wow.
or a few hours on a Sunday and then we go back to our old stuff? I mean, that's what it is. Like, there's been so many times, like when Rabbi and I met afterwards, the plane and all that, we really didn't, at least I didn't know the impact of that. I would go to his church and I would be pulling people off to the side, and I asked him first, and he to get his permission, and he's like, no, you speak to anybody you want, don't worry about it. But we didn't really understand where it was going. So a lot of times when God may use you to say something to somebody, you don't really know exactly what it is until much later. The Harbinger, I think, was published like a year or two later. That's when we understood. But before then, and even when the Harbinger came out, nobody knew me because the first part was to bring the message.
Right.
So we're talking 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, that my name started to appear because I did nothing about it. I just did what I did and left. And it was a cool thing to meet him at the airport. And, it was a very humbling experience to see the Harbinger take off, or to see David Tyree make the catch. It's like, wow, Lord, you used me to do that. And that was pretty much it. I never thought that this would happen. I never did.
Wow.
And it's just a humbling thing to be
I
used
love
by
this.
God.
I love
But
this.
like personally, I see your story. I've read your story. I see where it went, and you were like all the way down here, and now
Yeah.
look at what you have. And the only way all of this could have ever happened is because God has you in the palm of his hand, and you realize, God, you're going to make everything right.